Hi everyone, welcome back to our Warhammer 40,000 timeline series here on Not Just Gaming. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the compliance of 6319. If you haven't already, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on, as next week we'll be covering the campaign on murder. Thank you very much. Not every world resisted the Imperium. Not every civilization needed to be conquered. Some were ready. Ready to join, ready to believe, ready to become part of something greater. Compliance, the Imperium called it. The peaceful reunification of humanity. A promise that the horrors of old night could be left behind. A future of unity, of reason, of truth. But even in peace, there can be failure. The world designated 6319 was not broken. It had endured the age of strife, survived isolation, built stability. Its people were disciplined, organised, cautious but not hostile. They did not greet the Imperium with weapons. They greeted it with questions. Who were these warriors? What did they want? What did this Imperium demand? And when the answers came, they listened. The Imperium did not arrive with immediate destruction. It offered compliance, a place within a greater whole, protection, knowledge, unity across the stars. The world of 6319 considered this carefully. They were not fools. They had seen the dangers of isolation, the fragility of a single world. And so, they agreed, not through fear, but through reason. This was what the Great Crusade was meant to be. Not conquest, but reunification. But compliance came with conditions. It always did. The Imperial Truth. No gods, no superstition, no divination. The people of 6319 had their own beliefs, their own traditions. Nothing extreme, nothing dangerous, but they were not nothing. And the Imperium did not allow not nothing. It allowed only alignment, total, absolute. At first, the charges were small, symbols removed, practices discouraged, then outlawed, and then erased. Something began to shift, not openly, not violently, but quietly. Resistance does not always begin with rebellion. Sometimes it begins with doubt. The people of 6319 had agreed to unity, but not to erasure. They complied, but they did not believe, and the Imperium noticed. To the Imperium, hesitation was dangerous. Doubt was a threat. Belief outside the Imperial truth was not culture. It was weakness. A flaw to be corrected. But to the people of 6319, this was not unity. It was domination. Neither side saw itself as wrong. The Imperium believed it was saving humanity. 6319 believed it was losing itself. Between those two truths, there was no bridge. The tension grew. Imperial authorities enforced compliance more strictly. Local resistance hardened. Small acts of defiance. Quiet refusals. Nothing that could be called open rebellion. But it was enough. Enough for the Imperium to act. Because the Great Crusade could not tolerate uncertainty. Not even in peace. What followed was not inevitable, but it became unavoidable. A moment, a decision, a line crossed. The details are unclear. Records conflict. Some say it was a misunderstanding. Others say it was the inevitable from the beginning. What is certain is the outcome. Violence. The world that had agreed to join the Imperium was now treated as a rebel. The Legionis Astartes were deployed, not as diplomats, but as enforcers. Resistance, once quiet, became desperate. The people of 6319 fought not for victory, but for identity. They could not win. They never could. But they fought anyway. When it was over, 6319 was compliant. Fully. Irrevocably. Its people were integrated into the Imperium. Its systems aligned. Its culture gone. Not destroyed in a single moment, but erased. Piece by piece, until nothing remained but what the Imperium allowed. This was compliance, not a partnership, not an agreement, but a transformation. The Great Crusade spoke of unity, of bringing humanity together, of rebuilding what had been lost. But 6319 revealed a deeper truth. Unity did not mean diversity. It did not mean cooperation. It meant conformity. Absolute, unquestioned, enforced. The illusion of unity was not that it existed, but that it had never been anything else. The crusade did not stop. It could not. World after world would follow. Some would resist. Some would submit. Some would try to believe. But the pattern had been set. The diasporics had shown that coexistence was impossible. 6319 proved that even peaceful compliance could not save you. And in the shadows, other forces were already watching, waiting, because a civilization that cannot tolerate difference will eventually turn on itself. 6319 was not a great war. It was not a legendary victory. It was something far quieter, far more human. A moment where peace was within reach and slipped away, not because it could not be achieved, but because it was never truly allowed.